Okay, bro. Let's go find somebody to fuck together.
Let's turn folk.
Yep.
We just want to find people and talk to them.
That's a good way to start, yeah.
So we're gonna find people and talk to them.
Yup.
That sounds fun. Who do you want to talk to?
Well, I tend to start in a bar. Or a pub.
I feel like we're in bars all the time.
We could go to the park. I'm sure there's like a nice green space. People are about picnicking and such.
Green's okay.
What are you getting him to do?
What? Go for
She
a
wants
picnic?
to talk to people at a
You're
bar.
gonna talk to people.
She's the
Yeah, because Addie talks to people at
Yeah,
the
she
bar.
said we're
All
going.
the time.
She said we're gonna go.
Girl.
Fuck.
Every night.
She said
Eddie
we're,
loves to talk to people.
she said we're gonna go fuck people.
You're gonna what?
What?
Does that mean talk? Yes.
As a starting point, yeah.
But what happens after
It's a
the
crude word for sexual intercourse.
talk? I am not ready for marriage.
I never said anything about marriage. Nope. Definitely not.
I am currently committed to my mission.
I am too. Grooms
I don't
is
have
like
room for another.
good.
Missionary position.
I think that we could maybe just talk to people, but no sexual intercourse.
Gotcha.
Jonas.
I mean this.
I am completely fine with that. What are you talking about? I would never force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Be careful. If they go back to a room, it's not just a talk.
I will make sure he does not go back to any rooms.
Let me
Because
be
he doesn't
clear.
want to.
I do
But I
not
guess
need
if it's the
protection.
park, it's okay.
Because there will be no sexual activity.
Don't worry. I'll make sure.
Do you have a rune of protection to stop me from possibly?
What?
I don't. The rune of protection is.
It is a way
Don't
of
do
stopping you. Yes, you could. Could you cast this on me so that I cannot be
Whispers
charmed?
abstinence only?
No, I'm not abstinence only. Don't put yourself in a position where it's awkward and people are talking to you and they're expecting things that you don't want to give them.
I thought we wanted to talk. Is it?
I will make sure that you do the talking and I'll go do the back rooming later.
What is back rooming?
All right,
Sexual
so
intercourse.
The
Jonas.
bird. I can talk about the birds and the bees.
We'll make him a list of euphemisms.
The fish and the eels, if you will.
Officially. No! Unbelievable!
Which is why
No!
I said I would.
I just said I
That's what-
cannot commit.
That's what I'm gonna do the back rooming, you do the front up talking. You be the wingman.
You remind me of a dolphin.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's so.
Giannis,
I just need a wingman.
that is a
Dolphin.
step too far.
That was a little aggressive.
Dolphins don't have wings.
Yeah, which is why I'll be doing the dolphining in the back room.
That's exactly what the dolphin would say.
Is it?
Have you talked to dolphins?
Have you?
Have you?
Yes.
I mean, what is their real purpose?
Yes. It was hilarious.
Alright, and welcome to Lizards and Location, episode 17 of Pillars of Creation. After that somewhat awkward attempt at getting Jonas to come out of his shell, as it were.
Not enough
I have
social
fine
lubrication.
He's very happy in his shell, apparently. But before we get started, I would like to say a shout out to our sponsors for this week. First one is Dice Legion, who still has our promo code in the description. We would like you to go and see if you would like to purchase one of their many dice and dice-based accessories or utilities or anything like that.
How dare you ruin polyhedron accessories like this?
Showing off one of my dice.
They're, for all of your polyhedrons and polyhedral accessories.
Quite a sack.
Very much so.
You want to push my sack?
Always.
Once again,
I'll
go
share my
to
sack
their link in the description and use our promo code LIZARDS to get 10% off of your order. And that supports us, it supports them, and it's pretty cool. There's some pretty cool stuff on there. Our second ad would like to shout out to Game Master Monday, who has a little bit of a exchange with us. We've been checking out their stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. Besides that, let's get right into Pillars of Creation. There's a bit of drama happening. There's a bit of excitement.
Is that what you call it, drama?
Yeah, so I do call it drama. When you think you're done, but in reality, it has just begun.
It is
Dramatic irony or something like that. I don't know.
It is
No,
only just
not quite. But I respect it.
Let's check out our intro, right?
All right. Well, you guys have a fun little experimentation here going, because we're going to see what you guys can do after you've kind of gone toe-to-toe with somebody for a couple rounds, and then they kind of reappear. As you guys have beaten down this elf wizard who's been screwing around with some magics that are a bit above his pay grade, he has since been taken over by a shade or a undead of some sort that you guys didn't quite get a firm read on. But after defeating him and defeating the shade that kind of merged with his being, and it got a little weird with his transmutation magics, he was basically absorbed into the draconic orb that you guys have been out to retrieve. And that transformation went very, very poorly, as it was one absorbed and then to spit back out in this gigantic, shadowy version of a dragon that just has it's almost like a cliff face came to life, and there's just these rocks and geodes as it screams and yells, and just this gigantic geodesic, just almost like a golem of a dragon appears and just screams.
Good.
We're going to keep it with the initiative order that we had at the beginning. We can go ahead and switch it into the everyone looks at it, and there's the map. For anybody on podcast, please check out our Twitter, check out all of our Instagrams, all of our stuff where we post all of the cool little things we find when we fight this. So it's pretty cool. But we're going to keep going with the top of the order. I've kept the initiative order as it was, and as it just so happens, the first person to go will be the dragon.
Not Jonas?
No, he went last.
With my 11 dexterity?
He went last, and will continue to go last.
You went
You're
last.
after Addie?
Not only after,
With her 7 dexterity?
I mean, there was one other person after Audi. And it was one of the Silver Dragonborns.
I'm so on
It
top
might have been
of
me
it today.
who rolled a natural 1.
It was definitely you.
Yeah, I can get below a 1, so.
Oh yeah, a natural 1 still puts me at 5. But rolled a 5.
5 doesn't even put me at a 5.
So the first thing
I
that
know.
this Geo Rock Dragon is going to do is breathe out this dark brown mist that just flies out of its mouth, and it just like almost breakneck speed, and you can feel like little bits of rock and shit hit you in the face. As that's not the dangerous part. The dangerous part is your muscles and your joints start to feel stiff. So everyone's going to make a Constitution saving throw as the first thing we're doing.
Great.
This session.
Ugh, good.
Ooh. That was Not good.
Isn't it?
15 for Jonas.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Whisper.
I'm trying to find it. Constitution. That's a 22.
Yes.
11.
The DC was 12. And Yasari also makes a save, but she rolled a 1, so that's going to be bad.
Hmm.
So the two of you that saved,
Not
you kind of feel like it gets a little, I don't know, it's weird, but you shake it off.
Like stiff almost.
Yeah, like you've been sitting down for too long and your back just locks up. It's just like that kind of like, don't like that.
Armor weighs on you.
For the two that didn't succeed, it feels a little bit more alarming as you kind of feel your joints and like they don't seem to be responding correctly. You can still move, but it's slow. And you're slowed. Yasari, who failed her check with a 1, not only is she slowed, but you see as she kind of like coughs and like all of this smoke that had been blasted into her face just kind of like comes back out, and she coughs and then she just stops to move, and you see her fingers start to calcify, and the rest of her arm calcifies, and then her face calcifies, and then the rest of her turns to stone.
No!
Is that typical dragon one?
No!
That's not good.
So the first thing that this dragon is going to do after breathing his breath weapon, is she dead? She's petrified. Who's to say? Is smack Isari right in the face with his tail to kind of launch her away. So we're gonna see if he can hit. If he doesn't, that's gonna be really, really sad. Let's see. I rolled really low, so he might have actually missed.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he misses. So like he hits her and it doesn't do any damage. She just kind of like topples over a little bit, and you just sort of. So she's petrified. Do I have a ring for petrification?
I believe there is.
Please tell me there is. I definitely have never used it before, but
Well, at least we got that going for us.
while we're doing
Natural
that, he's going to take 2 claw attacks against the 2 people closest to him, which will be Giannis and also a giant whisper.
Yeah.
So the first one against Giannis, 10 is a 16 to hit.
It is not.
Okay. And the next one against Whisper is a 9 to hit.
No.
I rolled a 2, a 4, a 5, and a 2. Not a great start for the dragon, but in any case,
Stellar start.
it's now Dez's turn. So what would you like to do, Dez?
How does this work? Do I make a Constitution save at the end of my turn?
No, you're going to make a Constitution save right now.
Oh, yummy!
For slow?
You're slowed. Actually, no, I'm going to make you do it at the end of your turn, because you're going to have one thing of slow, and then at the end you'll have a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, then I'm gonna do a couple of shots at.
You can
The
either
old-
do one. I think you can do 1 melee attack.
She can make 2 attacks because she has the thing where she can reload quickly.
Yeah, what do you say about one melee?
Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can make more. It can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack.
Oh, right,
because
you're
it's
slowed. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So you make 1 attack.
Fair and real. Oh, does a 19 hit? Ha! I know.
Yes, a 19 hits.
It could have missed.
Hey, I could have been real mean about this. This is a giant rock dragon. You don't know what its AC is.
Alright. Hitting it with the sneak attack because it's adjacent to people.
Go and real.
So, got 2. Well, let's see. Okay, so I did 5 Well, no, 7. 7 damage. 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage, huh? Against the rock, huh? Okay.
Listen, okay? Like...
That doesn't bode well for me.
No, it does not.
Take well,
Yasadi's hammer.
I would love to do that. I have a lot of
I'm
feats.
shocked you actually fucking thought of that so quickly.
There's also a maul strapped to Addie's back that she never uses.
Oh, but
Maul?
I basically am not built at all for anything other than a piercing weapon. So
I can't remember if it's a maul
Oh, no.
or like something else.
It's a mall.
Sweet.
we'll think about
Like
it.
with a
You
saddle
monster.
instead of Jason Adams. Strapped her back.
Look, man, it's a giant rock.
No, it's fine. I'm
Like-
not mad about it.
Like a bird?
Yes.
No,
Hakuna one?
like rock and roll.
I need to make a... Actually, I need to make a...
Hakuna is
Constitution saving throw.
Is that the end of your turn?
I think that's... Well, I guess I could use a bonus action to cast.
magic.
More.
No, you can't.
I guess I can't use anything because that sucks.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that'll do it. 21.
Okay, so like you can feel your joints stiffen up, and then you're just kind of like, and like you do that, and like you feel like your joints just pop. But then it's fine. It's like, oh,
She's
okay.
like, it's just like, she does that, she's like, pop! And then she's like,
Yeah, you just you're like,
honestly,
yeah,
not the worst.
you go like that, and like you're all down your back, all down your arms, just your, and you're fine. You no longer have the slowed condition. After Dez is Yasadi, who's petrified. After that is Audie.
Who is redacted?
So,
Sorry.
She's indisposed.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast slow on the dragon.
Crazy.
But I have to roll my d20 to see if it actually works.
I also have to roll a thing to see if it actually works as well,
Well,
because I do a thing now. I'm always happy when I come back to the.
I have to see if it
unshackling.
casts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing I don't worry about for me.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice?
He said unshackling, and I said,
Roll
"Oh, so no magic."
Unshackling
Bitch.
the magic.
It rolled high this time. It was in the dungeon. Rolled high.
What?
It needed to roll low, but it rolled too high. It takes my turn to cast it. It hasn't cast yet.
Oh, I see. So it's the end of your turn? So make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck you.
Are we taking con saves every turn, or did she also fail?
She
I
failed.
failed.
Oh, okay.
13 plus 2, 15.
Alright, that is enough. You were able to shake it off.
Blah. Fine, I'll fucking cast it later.
Okay. After Audie is Whisper.
I'm gonna look at that tiny little chip that Dez's bolt made in the dragon, and I'm gonna look at my sword, and I'm gonna crane over my shoulder, and I'm gonna go, "Hey Dez, can you give me that weapon you said he's not using?"
I mean, how heavy is it?
It's extremely heavy.
Can you try?
Girl!
I would do it myself. And I like look at the dragon.
I mean, alright.
Okay.
And then, for the sake of experimentation,
Mhm.
I will. Huh? The yellow ring.
The yellow ring is Whisper. She's enlarged.
Hold on 1 second.
Actually, where is
Yes.
Yasadi?
Right next to
Oh,
her.
are you right next to her?
Oh,
Yeah, she's front center.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Then you should.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wait a
can,
minute.
You're right
Yeah,
next to
you're right next to her.
I
Basically,
can't see.
it's
Right.
basically like if I was next to Nate and it was like, hey, can you go get this thing? Like, hey, Kat, can you go get this thing from Nate for?
Oh, I did that earlier when I made you come all the way out of the
You
room.
did.
to
Yeah,
get
you did.
the thing out of the oven.
So
Oh.
you're right next to her.
Well, I'll just reach over and grab Yasadi's. Is
Girl.
it really small?
What's that?
Was it?
It's basically a maul.
A mole?
Big hammer.
It's a
Jason
giant
Jenny's.
mace is what it is.
Okay, so
But you act
what's-
like it's a maul.
I will reach over and grab it.
There's a food court.
Okay.
Is it stuck?
She's holding it. Do you want to take it from her?
I will try to do it gracefully without breaking fingers.
Make a strength check and a dexterity saving throw.
Strength,
In succession.
strength check.
It's going to be a strength to see if you can pry it out of her hand, and a dexterity to see if you don't rip her arm off.
This woman badly.
Strength is a strength check?
Yeah, strength check.
So
Like
what is
an athletics check.
in athletics?
Which you have advantage on, right?
I don't. Maybe.
If you're in large, I believe you have a advantage on strength-based saves and checks.
I'm constantly forgetting. Oh yeah, advantage on
So you,
checks and
you,
saves.
do have advantage for this first part of this.
That's a 16.
Okay.
I didn't roll advantage, but I figured that works.
Go ahead and roll advantage.
That's not better.
16 will be enough to pry the thing loose because there's no like actual contesting. Now roll your dexterity saving throw.
No.
Hey, don't roll that for one.
Oh my god. I get
A
it.
natural 20.
Holy crap! Well, okay. I you know what? What timely rolling is what that's called. So as you do it, you just kind of like, what if I just kind of, and it just slides right out of her hand. Which like you look at it and you're just like, how the, yeah. So I'm gonna.
And I think this is the flavor of I had it in my hand. I'm like, this is a bit, and then it gets bigger with me, and I'm like, I am magic.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say that was a bonus action for you to do that.
Okay, that's fine. And so I will free action to pet Sadie on the head,
She does not respond.
and I guess I'll just fucking attempt to beat the shit out of this dragon with this weapon I
Stole.
stole.
Pillage, maybe?
I think I'm proficient because I'm a
Involves-
fighter.
It's a martial weapon. So
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I'm proficient.
If you're a fight, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, Marshall.
You're hitting it with a big fucking mace. Like it's not complicated.
Okay, so that's gonna be a +6 to hit.
See, do I have a mace or a maul?
Yeah.
That's a 25.
25 to hit will hit. It's a maul, but like a maul
No.
is a large mace.
no,
I
Brad.
have mace.
He has
Oh,
mace.
okay.
That's why it sounded weird when I said it.
Mm.
Okay. What damage am I rolling?
Like,
Bludgeoning. Oh, for like the actual.
Not the
damage?
stat.
I think it's 2d6.
I thought you might have looked it up, but okay.
No,
It
I
could
was
have been
in
a
my.
special.
I can't remember if it's
maul.
1d12 like Great Axe or if it's 2d6.
It should be
It's fine.
2d6.
Could be a
For a
special
maul.
magic maul.
It's
Maul is
I know because I played
2d6,
Gerard
yes.
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, Great Axe is 1d12.
because it's enlarged. We're gonna make it 2d8.
You don't do that for my other sword, but I guess it's piercing.
You're not hitting them with a giant version. I mean, it's
It's a finesse weapon versus this was you
That's
have,
fine. I
Look,
rationalized
man.
But
it.
this is a big and excellent weapon.
Yeah.
in terms of the Doge system.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull out my
a little
2d8
hammer, it'll do it.
and 1d6 for a giant woman.
Yeah, roll your 20d6 for being violent and deadly.
Go Mike
Oh
Trout.
my god.
Go Mike Trout on this.
And that's gonna be 16 bludgeoning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you just like yank this freaking this maul out of
Gently.
Yasai's hands. You sure with all
Gently grasp it.
with all of the grace and fluidity of a giant dragonborn woman,
Who is heavily dexterous.
and you just like boom, and it just you see like little bits of rock just fly out of the like miasma that surrounds it, and just kind of like click clack click clack 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 against the wood floor of this library.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And I readjust my grip a little bit and I swing again. Ooh, that's 12.
Okay, 12 doesn't hit, so you're gonna come back up to try and hit again, and it's gonna get like stuck in its mouth. And you're just kind of like you guys wrestle with it for a second before it breathes out a little bit of that smoke that almost petrified you. So you had like back up, and that's the end of that.
But I have my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't take it away from you. That was just me flavoring the miss.
Okay.
So you got the mace.
I'm not
I got the
gonna
mace.
I'm not gonna punish you for that kind of stuff unless it's like you roll a natural one.
Right.
Unless you roll a natural one, you can assume that most of the things I'm saying is flavor.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Nope, but I have one more round of Giant's Might.
Would you like to move?
Is it flanking?
You're not flanking now, but would you like to move to become flanking? Is I think what he was going for?
Yes. Sure, if I can.
You can't quite get there this round. Like, your speed is 30 still, or is it 40?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's still 30, but let me check.
Because here's like, you can go
Which is wild playing a character that has a speed 30 again.
20, 25, 30, which is not quite enough to get the.
You can go through
full-
friendly space.
Yeah.
I mean, even. Okay, so
I cannot.
5, 10. It's still not quite enough, but like if Audie wanted to move forward, it would become like they would get the flanking bonus.
Huh.
If you'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just gonna put you back here. Right there.
And, yeah, I just confirmed that I don't have extra speed.
Okay, so that is 30, so that's pretty much where that's going to be at. And that's the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jonas.
Could I get the 30 or no?
Yeah, you can move over. You want to go like 5? Once you move over here, and now you're flanking. Okay.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ice palm trident and I'm gonna stab it up into just try and stab up into it, see what it does.
Yep. Attack roll, go ahead.
Okay, first one was a 19 plus 6, so 25.
That'll hit.
It's a d6. So 8 piercing. And then for the cold damage, 7 cold damage.
Alright, so that's... So you try and jam it in there, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And like the actual trident doesn't pierce into the stone very well. Like it kind of chips out, but you can see like the frost kind of like inject itself into the let's say the
chips that you made, maybe?
What?
Huh?
The chips I was making with my trident. She was saying the frost is going through those chips.
Sure. Yeah. And it's like just bare. It's like kind of slithering through it. Like you see, like the icy tendril kind of like inject themselves into the what will be the flesh of this.
Would my
stone.
character know whether this is the piercing's doing anything or if it's just doing?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked that.
Natural one. So nope.
He does no garbage nothing.
Okay.
So an attempt.
He went,
This
nice.
This worked perfectly.
Yeah. So bonus action, I'm going to drink my last common healing potion. So
Okay.
if I have the one, I think it's behind you.
Absolutely. Here is your common.
Thank you.
Bigger. Let me just put my hands right in front of all three of the fucking cameras.
Not bad. 7.
Okay.
I got that reference. I knew that reference. Alright. Use my bonus action, use my action. Yep, I'm good.
All right. You just put it down right there. That's fine. That's going to go to the top of the round, where the dragon is going to do a recharge to see if it gets back its breath weapon. Okay. And then it's going to try and take a couple of swipes at Janus, who just hit it, but also going to try and grab onto Whisper with its maw. But yeah, let's do some claw attacks.
You've got a maul, it's got a maw.
The lowest
gonna
one
work
for
at
that was a 16 to hit, which I don't believe hit
That
you.
does not hit. Nope.
And then the second one was a 19 to hit.
That does hit. Yeah.
Okay. So that
So he'll like try to block the first one with a shield, and then I'll open him up for the second hit.
eventually, yep. And then just enough of a change to kind of like swipe at you. And it's going to do 9 piercing.
No.
Pretty good.
Oh.
It's a pretty good roll.
All the damage.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was.
I
Sounds
mean,
like it was worth
exactly what.
You know,
Yeah.
it'd be that way sometimes. Besides that, let's do the roll to see if we can grab on to Whisper. It is a dirty 20 to hit.
What? It's not a contest? And it
It's
hits.
bite. It's a bite attack.
Oh, yeah, that hits. I thought it was grappling me, and I was like, you can try.
No, it's it'll be a contesting athletics check for you to get out of it, but the actual like attack is just an attack where it grapples you.
Mm-hmm.
So what it's going to try and do is it's going to move you just a little bit over here
Mm-hmm.
to try and undo the movement that you guys have been doing.
Basically, it just has a grip on my arm, and I'm like,
Essentially, yeah, it's basically just yanking you back as
I'm
it
too big to
tries
fit.
to do that. But you're also going to take 5 points of piercing damage as it bites you.
Wow.
And that's the end of its turn for that. Dez, you are up after the dragon.
Okay.
You are now no longer slowed. You can do your entire combo if you like.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pick up them all.
I'm gonna first
But you
try
can-
to put on Hunter's Mark.
All right. Oh boy.
You spontaneously could.
Does it work?
It does. Yeah, it works. I rolled a natural 20 for the enshacking, which means that
It spontaneously combusts.
no, but it does. Let's see.
Do the rest of us
double
get the bonus?
damage each time?
I like that. I like that idea. The rest of the party also gets the hunter's mark bonus.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh, what die is it? A D6?
Yeah, D6.
I was gonna say it doubles it for him, but I like that. I like it that it's empowered so much that it warps the perception of your party to better target this giant geodragon.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
You guys are looking at this, and all of a sudden you can see little bits light up where when it moves, there's a little bit more of a vulnerability to where the dragon is, where its joints are. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I like that too. I'm gonna move close to it, coming up on the left side.
This side?
Yeah, it's my
left?
My left.
Okay.
So yeah, just kind of get me going
10.
left.
15. This way? Or
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, more up there, and
More up here.
actually, I'll go ahead and use dash to flank.
Okay, so
You
you're
wanna
going
be
to go all the way over here?
All the way behind it.
Oh, okay. So you're going over.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's the move.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Does a creature being larger affect your flanking rule at all?
Yes, it does, but I'm going to allow this for now because it's.
Yeah.
Think about in the future, it will be if it's larger than this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. There's not gonna be a flanking thing because once it's huge.
Yeah.
Or I guess gargantuan is probably the thing. It's going to be. It's too big to flank. It's
Yeah.
gonna. There's a point where it doesn't matter. It doesn't give a shit.
Okay. I was more referring to because
I would say it's actually the opposite. It's so big that it can't turn its head fast enough to stop you
that's what I
from
was
hitting
referring to
it.
because
So flanking would actually be more effective.
for example, look at Whisper. She's taking up 2 squares,
Mm-hmm.
so that would mean that there's 2 squares that you could possibly be in. That would be flanking. Is what I was referring to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you, not the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, that's fine. You can do it to either one. Just because I'm gonna like, what do you ask me? Like, if you ask me if you,
I was
if this
I
is
was one step over, I'd be flanking.
like,
And if I was there, because of Whisper.
if you go that way, you're flanking. If you go that way, you're flanking. Either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're over here, you can draw a line. You can't draw a line to Des, and if you're over here, you cannot draw a line
Yeah,
to Whisper.
the line gets bigger, right? Because they're taking up more space.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. That's what I was referring to. 5 feet versus 10 feet.
Right. Like, the reason why I'm doing the gargantuan rule of, like, if it's gargantuan, you don't get flanking bonuses is because that's, like, a specific kind of engagement that I would be thinking of. And, like, for you to have, like, flanking for that would kind of, like, it's impossible for me to not let you do that because it's so big.
Gotcha.
So, like, it's, but yeah, for this, if you go to your right or straight forward, then you will be flanking.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, Yasadi is petrified, so Adi, you're up.
So I'm gonna keep casting slow because I started that last time.
Okay, so you're completing the cast.
Yep,
What does
yep.
that? What does that imply? What does that do for me?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay, that's middling. We'll see how that goes. That is a 13.
It doesn't beat it.
It does not beat it, so the dragon is currently slowed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which also includes a -2 to its AC and dexterity saves.
Yes.
Nice.
And no reactions. Only an action or bonus action. Only one attack.
Interesting.
No reactions is nice because it has no opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
Anything else?
As a bonus action.
And you're obviously concentrating to do that.
So how, like, super injured do my friends look, guys?
I'm fine.
I mean, Jonas is pretty bloody.
Des.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna make you make an insight check for that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you
I
anyway.
wondered about that actually. If it's more like
If you're
recognizing-
trying to get a read on something, most likely than not, I'm gonna make you make an insight check from now on.
That makes sense.
Hunter's
To a
mark.
point, yeah.
Hunter's mark.
That's a 9.
Because if someone's like dying,
That's a what?
they
Nice.
clearly look like they're
Nine?
dying.
You can tell for sure that Jonas is pretty rough. Because he, like, just tried to drink a potion and then he got kind of smacked again, so he's kind of like...
You saw he's
What's
obviously
what are you
paralyzed.
Health points?
Petrified.
yeah.
53. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm totally chill.
Dez is kind of, like, doing her, like, dodge rolls and just running around. She looks fine. Whisper is giant, so it's hard for you to kind of, like, get a read on exactly how much damage she takes. And then Yasadi is petrified, so...
Okay. Well,
do with that what you will.
I would love to heal you, but I just remembered I just cast a spell. Well, unless that spell cast counts as casting a spell last turn.
No, it counts. It technically casts this turn. I'm going to just put magical effect for the slow because there's not a specific slow condition ring.
Yeah, I think that was the point of them.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like hook it onto this guy like a freaking Christmas tree.
And she's concentrating.
Put it on the front of the face so that we can see
Oh,
it
she
on
is
screen.
concentrating now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, that concentration. All right.
Andrew,
you-
put it on the front of the
You
face so we
put
can see it on
concentration on me
screen.
too.
Put it on the what?
Front of the face. So we can see it on the screen.
Oh,
But
You can
then
see.
I mean, try.
like an earring.
It's probably fine.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so your concentrate is Hunter's Mark concentration.
Yeah.
I feel like I ask it every time because I'm so surprised by it.
Are these 10-second rounds or 6-second rounds?
10-second rounds.
Yeah, I don't know that it should be because like the thing is like it's kind of just like the ranger thing. Like you kind of just.
I feel like Hunter's Mark should not be concentration, but
Shouldn't be a
I'm
spell
not.
to me.
Yeah, that's again. I don't think it should be a spell either.
I think it should be a class feature.
I agree. We will address that after the fight.
Okay.
For now, we're just gonna go with it. I'm not against house ruling it into a class feature though.
That's my turn.
Okay. After Adi, Whisper.
Alright. Hey, bada, swing!
Swing.
17.
With the slow, that will hit.
Yeah! So 2d8 2d6.
That slow has already paid off. It took Check's watch 0 turns.
I rolled really good. Okay, that's 25 bludgeoning.
Hot fuck. Okay. 25?
25.
What?
Yeah. And let me make sure that it's not once per turn. I get to add an extra once on each. Okay, so the next one will only be
Fucking nuts.
1d6.
Just a little hammering.
Hey, better, swing! And that's a 19.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, I think you know the
I
outcome
do
of that.
know the
then.
outcome of that. And so now 2d8, 1d6. And that's 18.
What's the 1d6 for?
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. That's right. Very nice.
And the other d6, because last one it was 2d6. The one, it's Giant's Might. One of my attacks
All right, go ahead. What'd you do?
has one extra 1d6. 18.
Holy shit.
Like literally, what's happening is Des is running around the side, and then she just hears.
Because you've got one arm and I'm just wailing with the other one.
Like you come up at that first hit, you come up and you just like it nails it like right in the cheekbone, and you just see like half of its face fly off as like these geos just like explode outwards.
So is it still biting me?
I'm gonna give you advantage to get out of that because of this, but also you see this and like its features like you knock it up and it's like molten rock underneath. And then like you see it turn back to you and like it just bubbles over and like reappears. So it doesn't do any like lasting damage to it, but I'm gonna give you advantage to getting out of this this grapple because that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You did a bunch of damage, and I think that's worth being rewarded.
Is that not an action
What, attacking?
to get out of the grapple?
It would be, yes.
Yeah, so I'll
So
do
you're
next time.
you're currently still grappled.
Actually, I'll keep his mouth distracted. I can still hit him, so.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay. You're gonna stay.
I know exactly what I said.
So do we.
Oh, I do become medium again.
Anyway, go ahead.
I do become medium again.
Okay. Interesting. It's an interesting time for you to be medium.
Not by choice.
I agree.
I ran out.
I am in medium.
I am in medium.
Stop. Alright, so you have grappled here.
Don't worry about it. It's temporary.
That's what they all say.
I'll only be medium.
Size doesn't matter.
Just
Is
give me 5 minutes. I'll get it back up.
Is that true though? Anyway, is that the end of your turn?
Mhm.
Jonas.
All right, I'm going to move in front of.
Actually, can I use
Usadi.
Can I use a bonus action right now to embiggen again?
You haven't used your bonus action yet.
You haven't used your bonus action. Did you want to embiggen?
Yeah.
Alright.
I got really small, but then...
Short-lived.
And then I went, oh shit! Then I got big again.
I was feeling kind of flaccid, and then whoa,
All this
Yeah.
means I just checked off another
You're
giant's
just
bite.
like, what? Okay.
And
the flashing Mario, like
the
Dragon's
grapple,
gonna be meat impotent.
in the maw of it, it's just like
Alright. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm going to get in front of Usadi, and I'm going to use to my knowledge, to try it again. Yeah.
That is what it's called, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pick a different dice.
What?
That's mine now.
No, you don't get to take the Jonas dice.
It's going in the dungeon.
This is the Jonas dice.
Please explain what just happened.
Yeah. So, he goes to stab at the this creature again, and he's just trying to, and I don't know, you tell me.
Well, what
Natural
happened?
ones. Huh?
What happened?
Natural ones, 2 natural ones.
2 natural ones in a row, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna say, I hate to do this, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's my best.
Don't lie.
11.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Girl, that's my John said.
I
Roll it. Here, I got you.
am gonna make this is gonna be punishing. You're not gonna like it.
Uh-huh.
As you shove this trident into this Geo Dragon,
Mhm.
you can feel it like get twisted and caught into like the rocks that surround it.
Okay.
And like as it kind of like jerks itself, the rocks cut into the shaft of it.
Oh, the shaft.
The shaft of it and just snaps.
Snaps the
And it
shaft.
snaps in half.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is I'm going to make everybody within a 20-foot radius of this is going to make a dexterity saving throw from the basically kickback of the magical effect of this trident just exploding outwards. That's going to be pretty much everybody,
Oh, okay.
including the dragon.
Does the dragon have disadvantage because it's inside of it?
The dragon rolled a natural one, so it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, the dragon also has -2, but
I also rolled bad. It's because I didn't see it. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
So I didn't roll
so many
that
natural
bad.
ones in
I
this
got
turn
a
of
10.
events.
It's because you
It was
didn't.
not gonna do it.
I got a
You
9.
didn't give me your dice for the dungeon.
The dexterity-based people.
Dog.
If you want to know how many ones just rolled, I rolled a 2d10 for this damage. They were both ones. So that's okay. But it was 2d10 plus 10 damage. So that's 11 damage.
Okay.
If you what?
Isn't that
Cold?
12?
Cold damage.
Yeah, resistant.
Yeah.
It is cold damage. What's that?
Is it 12? You rolled 2 ones? Plus 10.
Yeah.
You
Is
said
it
11.
So 12
Was it
damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
My bad then. Thank you. Okay, I didn't even realize that's what I said. But yeah, 2 plus 10, 12.
I rolled an 8.
12
Save.
cold damage.
I don't know what the
Hey.
DC is yet. See.
Oh, the DC was 12.
Okay, yes. I
10, 9, 8.
yeah.
Do I get any kind of resistance because I'm on the other side of it?
Well,
No.
Behind it.
No.
Negative.
And it was shoved into the front.
It's a natural 1. Doesn't really matter.
I just want to know.
You do not get advantage. I'm sorry. I am maintaining my tough but fair stance on this.
I don't know. Advantage makes sense there. Yeah, -2.
It's an explosion of magical ice. It doesn't matter if you're behind anything. It's like a fireball. It goes around corners.
That's good. So 8. Come on, do math. It's 45. Gosh. There we go.
But a big thing would protect you from.
It's a dragon. He's up on legs. It
Why'd you
goes
only
under
take
the
8?
dragon and hits you.
Because I had temporary hit points.
It's not. It's not like a wall.
I had
It's
4.
a person.
Sure.
Like if you stand behind a person and a bomb goes off, it might help you, but not really. Anyway, Jonas, mark off your trident.
Yes. Renew. And then for my bonus action,
I broke one of frickin' Dez's
I know.
family heirlooms. So like,
Twice.
we are
Yeah.
now fresh out of magic items in this class.
Yeah.
That was the one we had.
I
It's
have an
fine.
adamantine chain.
That's not
Sure.
magical. That's just material.
It's fine.
I'm going to use a bonus action
Let me keep breaking
that's
it
what
to
my
pebbles.
spell casting thing is tattooed into my arm.
to do harness divine power.
Mhm.
Touch my holy symbol, and I regain a spell slot up to 2.
nice. Also, Jonas has a sword, so like
I do. I have.
the silver
Mage-
sword.
Yeah, it's just not magical.
No, it's magical for the effect of using it against creatures that are resistant to anything but silvered weapons. But yeah, it's not magical.
Yeah.
Yet.
It could be the point of transition when Jonas finally recognizes that he is out here and he is fending for his new honor.
That he
This
has
is
a,
the old him. Now this is him now.
That he has a.
The tip of a sword.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Purpose?
a prince, so that was definitely probably
Porpoise
family
now?
heirloom too.
Oh yeah, well, of course. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not, I don't know. I don't know.
I maintain my punishment.
No,
Once
I'm
he
okay
finds
with
his
it.
new
I'm okay with it.
porpoise.
I will never find a porpoise.
Anyway, what we're doing?
That was in my turn.
Allegedly fine.
Okay. Allegedly fighting. It's going great. Not great. There's some ups and downs.
I'm having a great day.
We're having a good time. Dragon's turn. He is going to once again, before he uses his breath weapon that he has recharged, he is going to basically, as he's doing the breath weapon, throw.
Remember,
Whisper.
You could
he
try.
gets one thing because he's slowed.
It's true. He is slowed. Do I get actually? Has he been slowed for one round yet? Or is this the first time he's been slowed?
This is the first round.
Do I get a saving throw at the end of my turn to get out of it?
End of the
The
turn.
end of the turn. Okay. So he won't do the thing. He will probably get. Actually, he'll probably let go of Whisper in order to try and petrify Adi and Jonas.
Does it
So
count
both of
as-
you are going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it a spell?
No, that's the best part about breath weapons.
Dice, you just
That's
tried
so
retiring. Rolled good for me.
The
John
They giveth and they taketh.
Yeah.
death giveth and taketh away.
It's just statistics.
16.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you guys are fine. I contemplated making this do damage, but it does not. So it's just I'm gonna do that, and then it's going to, because it's slowed, nothing else. Right, I'm gonna make. It's going to make a wisdom saving throw. You said last time.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. 10.
No.
No fucking way.
Fuck you and your breathy shit.
You're telling me.
Slow is a really good spell, so now it's Dez's turn.
Okay, so
Make sure you are
I'm actually gonna ask you if you're gonna let me do this.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I have a hammer, right?
Uh-huh.
From my pack.
Oh, you have like a tool hammer.
like a tool hammer.
Okay.
Like I would like to think that it's a light hammer,
Oh, like a light hammer, like a weapon.
and like a weapon.
No, I'll give you proficiency, but it's going to be an improvised weapon.
Are you close enough to grab the mace on my hip or my back or wherever it
I'm not a strength person, so the reason why I was going light.
Also,
is because-
no. She's back here behind the dragon.
Okay,
and you're-
so here's what I wanted to do. Here's what I'm thinking I was going to do.
Okay.
All right. So I have pythons. I have a hammer. I was thinking about just knocking like a python into it and just like dang, dang.
as like a way to do damage to it.
Yeah.
It's made of rock.
Yeah, but that's what you
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
You literally drive these things into
Mhm.
rock.
Yeah.
If you're
But
climbing
not,
a rock
but
wall.
not to do damage to the rock though. It's to climb the rock.
Well, if you watch those videos of like how they split granite, they like drive pythons
That's
into
true.
the like
Mhm.
the multiple points.
How many
And-
pythons?
It's a decent amount.
Yeah.
I will say the only exception here is that
So
I don't know if this thing's immune or resistant to piercing, and that would definitely be piercing.
It didn't do. Yeah, it is piercing damage.
Yeah, and Jean has got a natural one, so I don't know
Yeah.
whether it's immune or resistant. But it's obviously piercing's not working well on it.
Well, I would contest it being piercing, if only because, like, yes, there's a point to pierce,
Mhm.
but the mass of it and hitting it, like, in the, the force of the thing.
I'm going to stop you right there. It will be piercing damage.
What?
It's piercing. The thing that you're describing is a simple machine to pierce as a wedge. Wedges are piercing, but it is also a simple machine.
This is very mechanically in depth. As like, and by mechanically, I mean like it's the mechanics of meat space, and not necessarily lines up with the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I will let you do the thing you're trying to do, and give you bonuses to things that will, like, if you had a python, like, okay, I want to climb up on it, or I want to do something to, that would use those pythons to do something. I'll allow you to do that, and like if you have an idea of what you want to do in that kind of situation, sure. But just driving pythons into the basically a giant rock is like, okay, sure, it's not going to do the damage you think it's going to do. It might do damage because like I'll allow you to make it as an attack roll,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's going to be the splitting open a geode like you think, like you're thinking in your brain.
I mean, the mechanic of improvised weapon was really designed also for this.
Yeah, like literally, this is what improvised weapon
Yeah.
rules are for. Because like,
In
okay,
bar fights, that in bar fights.
yeah, like, I don't have a weapon that goes with this. But this hammer is a bludgeoning weapon. I can use this as a bludgeoning tool, and it will work like a bludgeoning weapon.
Okay. So,
But like, it'll be 1d4 instead of like I'm imagining the light hammer would probably be a 1d6. Yeah.
no, light hammer is 1d4.
Oh,
Well, then
wow.
it just uses those. Then I guess this is a mute point. So yeah, 1d4.
Yeah.
Plus strength.
Okay.
It's not a finesse weapon though.
Yeah.
So you have to use strength.
It's fine. So I'll use.
I will hear no arguments that a hammer is a finesse weapon.
Tinkers.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
hammer, allowing you to use it. You can use the hammer twice and then offhand with the crossbow.
And I get advantage because I'm flanking.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
I need to stop saying
Thank goodness.
It's funny.
You should say it.
I'm gonna say it from now on, but only when I want to be.
Bro, come on. All right, so that's just a straight strength modifier, right? Is that what it is? Or how
You're
does-
proficient with it.
You
So-
gave me proficiency.
Okay, so I get the plus.
+2.
Yeah, +2, right? So it's
Yeah.
plus
But then the
one.
-1 because it's a strength-based weapon.
I know. I already because your proficiency should be +3. I already added your strength.
Oh, well then we have +2. But anyway, it doesn't hit. The first
Okay.
one is 7.
Okay. Yeah, you are correct. That does not hit.
Next hit with the hammer. Oh, that'll work. Well,
Oh,
I'll
no, just in case you get.
yeah. I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Is that right?
I'll stick with the first one. Dirty 20.
All right. Dirty 20 will hit. So
Is
go
that
ahead
how
and roll damage
is that how you
on
spell that?
that.
I'll also hit with the crossbow too. Sure. Just, as my side attack from the crossbow expert,
As your side piece.
as my side piece.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't correct it.
Which
So
that should hit 16, but
Fine word.
okay.
Maybe it's just the thought.
G-O-G-E-O-D-E.
You're gonna tell me it doesn't.
What?
G-O-G-E-O-D-E. Right?
Right.
Does the
Okay,
16
I-
hit?
Like a geode
It
dragon.
just looks wrong. Yeah.
No, it's geo dragon. It's not a geode dragon.
Geologic.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm still stacking with my stupid hammer. Okay. Whatever. Just gonna desify this thing. 2, 6. Not bad. Alright, so the hammer. Okay, so because it's a. Oh, sorry, I'm having a brain fart here.
What do you need help with, man? What's going on?
The damage modifier, that's just the strength, so it's a -1 to the damage of the
Yes.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So no damage from the hammer damage die,
Right, sure.
but I do 10
Okay.
bludgeoning damage
Okay.
from my stacks.
Didn't we say it's a minimum of 1 though? Last time we played a
None
different
from the D4. That whole roll was the weapon.
Yeah, if it was like after everything you had negative, I would do you get at least 1 damage, but he's got
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
But so like the first hit, she goes in and she hits, and she's like, "Oh come on, your daddy's like your family's from Myers."
Yeah.
She gets a little pissed off. She's like,
Well, the idea here is it's not so much about the hammer, it's about how you hit it. Like the actual hammer is like whatever, but like you hit it like right in this like that glowing spot that you see with your hunter's mark, and like you get that like, oh, there it is, and then you just fucking jam it in there.
You're a miner. You know how to spot those veins in the rock that are the weak points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
keep
So that's
going.
essentially
Keep
what went through your mind as you were attacking. You're like, oh, there's a weak spot, and like you hit it, and like this big old chunk of its leg just kind of falls to the ground.
So I know those veins, silicate bonds, and that are shit garbage.
I don't know if she knows the term silicate bonds, but maybe.
Why not?
I do kind of like this one. So
She's
it's
smart.
not shit girl. Well, she's 13 intelligence, so she's not.
She knows silicate. It's relevant to where she lives.
Okay. I enjoy how fired up you are about Jess's knowledge about silicates and other mining trivia, but let's go.
It's just like I am like if you looked at my shit on paper, you wouldn't think I know as many construction things as I know.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm very amused by how fired up you are about this particular viewpoint.
Silicates.
Anyway, is that the end of your turn?
That would be the end of my turn.
All right. Yasadi is petrified. Adi, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask how far away I am from Jonas.
You are 10 feet away.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Then I'm gonna shout out to him while using some magic, because Groom's,
you don't say.
Groom's just pretty helpful, right? Usually. I was like, so Jonas, you were saying that like it's okay to attack things when they're like, hurting other people, right? But then you just like respect them when they're past, yeah?
Jonas is silent.
Well, he heals anyway. Maybe.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sweet.
I was thinking it was either going to be that because of the heirloom brain, or it was going to be like blood. Yeah, sure, whatever.
True. All right.
Oh my bitch!
1, 1, 2.
Wow. Well,
So you heal for a whole 8 hit points.
8. I'll take it.
that's not nothing.
Puts me at 20.
Except it's a level 3 fucking spell.
Oh.
Fuck. And I'm gonna cast Punishing Strike on my mace, which I very rarely use, but I'm gonna do it.
Which is a cantrip?
Yeah. Actions, mace. Roll.
Oh, he's attacking. Wow.
Yeah. 15 plus 6. That's
Yeah, that's good.
21.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And this is my dice for Dez. Because not shoots crossbows too. And it rolled much better than my mace. 4 plus 3 is 7.
7 bludgeoning?
7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh wait. Punishing Strike.
Yeah, go ahead.
That does more.
Uh-huh.
Wait, there's more.
Wait. Call
Uh,
out.
a
Billy
hit-
Mays here from the
melee
afterlife.
attack does an extra 1d8. That's
More
an extra
dead dice.
2 necrotic damage. As you know, no black and evil blood shows up on the skin of the rock. Because
It's hard to see because it's kind of covered in like a dark energy anyway, like that mist that it kind of has. So like even if you did do a necrotic attack to it, it would be difficult to determine.
Yeah.
Either way. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Whisper. Do the thing.
Sound
Smack a bitch up.
Every time.
every time.
Hey, better, swing.
Oh.
Natural 1.
But do you have advantage on
Roll
the swing?
Oh, I do have
You do.
advantage.
For what?
Yeah.
Oh no! No.
Oh, well, what do I
No
do?
advantage.
You roll again.
Roll
and
again.
See what happens.
See what happens.
5.
Make a strength saving throw.
Can Jonas have used my
Ooh.
voice of authority
We did
attack?
fine.
Did he not?
He hasn't yet.
I was allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
If you use voice of authority, then yeah, you can make an attack.
Oh, okay.
Anytime I cast a
Is that
spell on
use my
you,
reaction or was I use?
You can make an attack?
Because I haven't had my turn yet. I just didn't know.
I think it's
I think it's your reaction.
Okay.
It was a 25.
It's my voice of authority.
Oh, you go
attack.
those things. Okay. So basically, I was going to be in case you dropped the maul, but you're fine. You did not drop it. The natural 1.
Nope.
20.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Advantage. It was 11 and a 20.
Wow. All right. So go ahead and roll.
I like
again.
how we all assumed it was a 1.
I mean, he was
No,
pointing
one's
at it like, is
so
it a
much.
1? Like, I don't know.
Ooh.
11 slashing.
11 slashing.
Yes.
So like,
Sparking
You go-
effect of piercing? Or...
I'm gonna say that because it's a crit, it ignores it.
Okay.
But
Oh, wait. I didn't add the...
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead and do all of your like damage.
Yeah, so it's 8 plus I rolled a natural
It's
8.
it's the max damage
Yeah.
Don't
Plus
forget
your
your
roll.
hunter's mark.
plus the hunter's
Oh,
mark.
that's true.
Yeah, like do all the things, man.
Okay. Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
So, alright. So, 8 plus 8
Mhm.
plus 3.
19.
So, 19. And then 7.
So 26.
26.
And how much of that is slashing?
All of it, because the Harvest Mark would be slashing too, right?
Okay, so that's 13 damage still after the. Actually, no. Like I said, I'm not gonna do that. All right. Okay. 26 slashing. So like, you can tell like it kind of like glances off of a few rocks as it kind of like but then it just it catches on something and you're not it's hard to even tell what it was, but like you feel it just the silver sword just cleave through some like softer material and like you just see this bright like orange like like the when the geo like that orange like
the glow.
the orange glow that you see when
I got
people
you.
use geo magic.
Yeah.
It just kind of like shines out from this rock dragon and
From the slit
you just hear it like scream.
Yeah, and you just see like Jonas like just head down when he just slices straight through.
Yeah.
I too love orange math-based magic.
Yeah, nice.
Geometry.
Yeah.
You doing your thing?
Sure. Second swing. 17?
17 will hit.
Yeah.
Is it still slow?
It's this.
Oh wait, so then a 16 would have hit,
No.
right?
No.
Oh.
A 17 hits.
Oh.
Which means AC of 19.
Oh, good point.
No
Flip table.
I'm pretty sure I've done the math okay here.
I don't get to reroll any die because it wasn't a
But
piercing
it's
weapon.
Yeah.
So
Cross
it's
it out.
just 10.
Plus Hunter's Mark?
Yeah. I rolled a 1 on my Giant's Might, a 1 on my Hunter's Mark, and then an
Oh, since
8
you
on
cast it.
my
I mean, this is
2d8.
the round overall.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
Hunter? Alright, so he's going to take the sword and he's just going to swing around and then slice across the chest again.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack. With advanced knowledge.
16 plus 6 is 22, right?
Just barely not an yeah.
And he's going to pump a second level Divine Smite.
Okay, there's no way you're not gonna kill it, so how do you want to do this?
Hey!
So like he slices down, you like do your stab, and he just then looks up at it, glares, and just takes his sword straight through the maul, like just right up through the chest to fix it. And then you just see it glowing.
Like you see it as like it goes up through the line and it like clamps at the mouth strap and like out of the top of the head of the dragon, this orb blows out from the top of it and like clangs to the ground. About 20 feet away from you. What's that?
I
Well, hold on.
grab her.
Hold on.
Good luck.
I'm not. This isn't it's not that kind of situation yet. But yeah, like you just see the dragon orb clang to the ground and like this dragon just like as it's falling to the ground, it like implodes upon itself until it's just like this pile of dust.
Cool.
And like this, it billows up and then kind of like covers the rest of the library in like this almost like a fog.
Is it kind of soupy because of the molten?
Yeah, it's very like surreal, but you have bested the dragon and like you guys all like are like still clenched, still like ready to like what else is it gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
And it's like a beat happens, another heartbeat.
This is gonna have her bandana up.
Jonas looks down at the shaft, by the way, of the trident at his feet.
Yeah.
Takes it, throws it to the side. A new era.
So,
Or
I
guys-
cast command.
you are now in the middle of this. Okay.
She said orb. Sorry.
Okay. Well, let me just
yeah.
1 second, please.
Overeager.
I know. So in the middle of the like right where this dragon collapsed, there is this pile of dust and debris and some rocky stuff. And like as you guys kind of like look as this thing settle, I'm gonna kick off the orb. You said you don't even want to try and resist it. You just want to go to the orb.
Give me orb.
I cast command. Stop.
All right, we'll dissolve that.
What am I rolling?
I imagine a wisdom saving throw.
I would think yes. Wisdom saving throw.
Ah, pits. 15.
Bitch.
Which is amazing because I'm only a
You
+1.
pass it.
Okay, so Whisper.
I only don't resist it because I was so adamant to get it from him that I didn't think twice about it.
Sure. Make a dexterity saving throw for fun.
Ew. 7.
7. Okay, so as you're running through the debris that was this dragon, you trip and fall over a small stone that is humming with geo energy. Like you basically like kick it like a football and then you fall down. Tunk. So like now you see this strange like a doppelganger of the draconic orb, and you wouldn't like mistake them looking at each other because one is like this rather large metallic orb that like kind of thrums with that energy that you're going for, and you like scramble to your feet and grab it, and you're just like looking at it now. But next to you is this small. It would almost look like a geode. It has like these little like crystalline structures on it, and it kind of like it has a gentle pulse to it. So what do you guys want to do? Yasadi is still petrified.
I'm looking at my rock.
You are looking at your rock. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a natural 1.
Okay. What do you want to do with the orb? You tell me. It's like because it's gonna. I want it like something bad is gonna happen here, but I don't necessarily want to tell you what your character does in a situation where they're overcome with like desire for an object. So what do they do with this object?
I mean, her prime directive was, we need it, they can't have it.
Right, but now instead of that is kind of being overridden by the primal part of your brain saying, this is something you need. Like this is your draconic brain is being like, this is the most important thing that's ever happened to you forever. Like this is not a pragmatic, I have it now no one else can. This is a like freaking like Gollum with the ring is basically what's happening here.
I guess the first thing that comes to mind is no one can ever control me again.
Yes. That's I like that. Okay, so Whisper's going through her her kind of struggle while you tried to stop her but could not quite. What do you guys do now?
I go over and grab it from her.
I am still embiggened.
Yes, you are. So that's going to be an athletics check.
With advantage.
With advantage
But
for Whisper.
does she have... I mean, I guess she's trying to keep it in her hand.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, she will not let you have this. I'm not even going to allow
I don't
that.
even get to be like, well...
Yeah, no, there's no way she's giving this up.
Well, I rolled bad.
What is it contesting?
Athletics.
Where is athletics?
Two buff women fighting over ball.
I'm going to say you surprised me. I rolled bad.
So did I. Fuck. 13.
12.
Wow. Okay, so like as she's just like entranced by this orb, you basically just, like she's just staring at it, and then Adi kind of like, and she like.
You hear the scrape of my claws.
Yeah, as it's coming out of her hand, but then like it pops into yours, and you just hold it.
And just get in the bag of holding.
There's a moment before I am aware of my surroundings again, and I have my wits again, where I look like I'm gonna fucking chew your skin.
And speaking of chewing skin, let's take a little bit of a break, and we can go over our sponsors.
Oh, you want me to do that? Fine. Well, we've got Dice Legion, because they're really cool. They sell awesome dice and bags to hold them in. And you should totally check them out. There's probably a link down here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sweet. There's a link and there's a code, Lizards, and then you can get 10% off, which is really cool, guys, right? And then there's also Game Master Monday, who are super duper cool, and you probably watched them yesterday. I mean, if you're a cool person too. And if you didn't, then you should go in and find their stream? On-demand video stuff? Audio, sure. I think they're on Spotify, because that's where I listen to them. So they're probably there still.
Check out their promo right now as we take a little break.
At last, I have reached the tallest peak in all the world, where the wisest person lives. Finally, I'll get the answers I seek.
Welcome. I am the wisest person in the world. Ask me your question.
What is my purpose in life? What should I be doing to achieve pure happiness?
You must stream Game Master Monday.
Come again.
Game Master Monday, the bi-weekly podcast that plays a new one-shot in a new system in a new setting with a new cast every episode. Listening to their funny jokes and wild stories is the only path to happiness, my child.
Sick. I'm going to go home and binge the whole thing right now.
What a nice kid. Oh dear, he fell off the mountain. Now they'll never know how good Game Master Monday is.
Okay.
All my dice are
Speaking of Whisper trying to take a bite out of Audie, I'm going to have her make a wisdom saving throw to stop. Actually, wisdom charisma saving throw.
I'm not much better at that. Yeah, that's a 3.
Make an attack roll against Audie.
I'll use my claws because I kind of dropped everything to go after the.
True, you were holding it with you were bare knuckling
Can I
it.
do
So
a
that makes
contesting
perfect
initiative?
sense.
We
what
have
are
the
you
same
trying-
dexterity.
What are you trying to do?
Shoot her with a gale bolt.
Sure, make initiative rolls.
Anyway, it's a dirty 20 to hit Addie if this doesn't work. Dirty 20 initiative.
Okay.
So
Roll damage.
dirty 20 to hit you with my
That's
claws,
fine.
and that's a 1d4 plus 3.
I'm big, I'm strong, and I like to protect my
5.
friends.
5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
She, after you take the dragon orb with her, you hear her just kind of like, "That's mine!" And she lashes out with her claw and just slices against your shoulder.
I hold it out because I'm going to protect my friend no matter what, and I'm going to be like, it's fine, nah, you're good, and I'm going to stick it in the bag of holding. You just stay right there. Mm-hmm, yep.
I'm gonna go for the bag.
Can I?
No, it's over.
Okay.
If it's in the bag of holding,
I was
it does
looking
not-
at you. I didn't know.
No, it's now in another plane of existence.
Right,
essentially.
right. That is the thing.
So you it's like a light switch.
And I do have like a little headache now. I'm like,
Yeah, I can help with that, so...
did I just?
Des is gonna come over and slap the shit out of you.
I don't.
Make
I
an
don't even.
attack roll.
I don't dodge.
Oh, true.
It doesn't really matter. Like
It's just for flavor. It's
Yeah.
fine.
An unarmed strike is 1 damage minimum,
So you do a damage to her.
yeah. I mean, it's...
and I'll take it.
And Des gonna be like, "Do I need to literally manacle you right now?
Oh, she's fine.
Do I need to put you on a leash? Because you're acting crazy."
It's clearly the orb.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Clearly,
Then why did you go for it, knowing the history?
I was trying to get it from the wizard,
Mhm.
and I wasn't thinking. All I knew
Mhm.
is I gotta get that orb away from our
Mhm.
enemies, and that's as far as I got. Okay, you're welcome.
There's
First
a bigger
of all-
problem. There's a bigger problem.
Yeah,
You
you
could
broke
just
the whole
Saudi.
thing. Oh, well, I can fix that tomorrow.
No, now.
Maybe. I can't do it now.
We don't know how long this would last.
I can't do anything now. I'm sorry. Fucking. That's not a thing I can fix right now.
It's something I
Hell.
can fix.
Can you not do the lay on hands for that?
Lay on hands would not do something like this. No.
No. Oh, I thought.
Can I investigate around and see if there's anything that's like in his little area, like aside from there was the book, right?
Mhm.
And then there was, which I imagine we might need to look at now that he's not
Perhaps.
done being, and now that he's gone,
Yeah.
presumably.
Well, worst
Far as you
case,
understand.
I can carry her back.
I only have lesser restoration.
I lied. Can't fix it.
Unfortunate.
You should if you have second level spells.
I don't. Not for Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin's a half caster.
Well, I mean, if she's cursed, maybe I can fix it, but probably not.
I mean, regeneration won't do her any good.
But you know, there's clerics back at
She need that regeneration spell if
place.
Whisper ended up ripping her arm off.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
second
But I
level
did
for
it.
sorcerer, but only first level for paladins.
Sorry?
I have second level for sorcerer, but only first level for paladins.
I understand. Yeah. Makes sense.
Alright, I guess I'll go investigate that area that he's in. See if I can find anything. I got a dirty 20.
For investigation?
Yeah.
There's a lot of books, obviously, in the library. There's a few chests that you find with like various inscription ruined on there that you don't quite understand. But do you want to open up the chest?
I don't know if they're rigged.
You don't.
You guys, you need me to open that?
Addie, can you come here real quick?
Sure. What's up?
I offered.
I'm not talking to you right now.
What's up?
Can you read that
What is it? Which? Huh?
on the chest there?
You think it's in like Orcish?
Well, if it was an orcish, I could read it, girl. I don't know.
Well, what?
Actually, what
What do you want me
you
to
can
do?
read Terran, can't you?
Yeah, I can read that.
Okay, it is in Terran.
Oh, excellent.
I was just like, somebody knows one of the elemental things.
I'm literally the linguist of the group.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
He knows one.
Yeah.
And she knows one.
That's
Why
right.
I speak primordial in general, but
Well-
with a specialist in
Oh.
Aquan or whatever.
Aquan.
I mean, I'm the same way.
Terran.
I speak primordial in general, but Terran's
Terran.
Terran's super special.
I speak
Yeah.
Orc.
So it's basically a warding spell for whatever is in this this chest, and there's two chests. And it's just basic warding, like to contain the powers that it doesn't. Activate.
Okay, so it's nothing that's like, it's like, as I'm reading it, it's nothing that says like,
It says like warning and like contain and things like that. That kind of like, it's a warning that like whatever's in here is magical. It doesn't necessarily say that it's dangerous, other than the fact that all magical things are inherently dangerous because they can be used to be, shitty.
I mean, I can
Have we
smash it open if you want.
Is the book on the ground?
I think that
The book is on the ground,
This-
out, like now it's being covered by that layer.
I'll
of
pick
dust.
it up.
Okay.
I'll hand it to you.
I'm gonna tell everyone like,
Back
all right,
up.
everyone stand back real quick. I don't know what this is gonna do, but it doesn't.
I
seem-
stand
Is anybody with you? Because you said that you were investigating,
That's true.
but everyone
I
else
call
was kind
Addie over.
I
You
just
called me
picked up the
over.
book and handed it to you, so I'd be next to you.
of okay. So you guys are
Yeah.
generally together, except for Whisper, I guess.
I
who's being
asked you,
shunned.
but you shunned me, so I
He's-
fucking
he's-
walked off.
So
I have
I'm
my
talking
shield.
to the frozen body of Yasadi.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you believe that shit?
I have my shield up right next to you.
All right, and Des is just gonna be like, well,
Ooh, I can do that too.
you gonna open it?
Do I
Get
have
the
a
other side.
shield? I don't even know if I have a shield. I think I do.
Inside this chest, you see another one of those that telltale golden glow from underneath a burgundy cloth. So it kind of looks like your shirt a little bit.
You're like double.
Like it's just kind of glowing up there. You move the cloth and you see this like a rod almost, like a half scepter, and swirling around it are these crystalline geodes that are like, first it's like this brilliant amethyst, and then it switches to topaz, and then it contorts itself into an emerald, and then it just continuously changes and changes and changes.
I think we're clear.
always count you. She's gonna be like, she's gonna kind of pick it up, like she's just gonna kind of like gingerly pick it up and like.
And like it like you can feel it like thrumming with that magical energy. Like it doesn't tell you anything like specifically about it, but like you can feel just like it feels like you're like when like when you set your feet and like you just feel like set. It kind of feels like that, but like you don't feel any different actually physically. But like that, it's like your center of gravity kind of like shifts downward a little bit, just to give you a bit more of like a sturdy feeling to it.
She's just gonna kind of hand it over to Janice, and they're like, "You want to hold that for a sec?"
This is the rod?
This is a rod,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, no problem.
And then she's gonna open up the chest.
Okay.
How many chests are there?
There are two chests.
Okay.
This chest
cleansing and shield.
But
yeah, you're like bang, 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 bong, 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 ding,
Whoa,
ding, ding.
whoa, whoa.
I used to be a percussionist.
That's a big word for you.
Actually, you're gonna be like hitting it against something.
Yeah, my shield.
Oh
Pick somebody here.
Oh
A person next to me. Yeah, Des.
I thought you'd pick me because I just insulted you.
Des, make a strength saving throw.
no! No, that's my worst one.
Bro.
I'm a percussionist.
Okay, that's fine. 16.
You feel like somebody just like pounded you down into the ground a little bit, but like it doesn't do anything. Like you kind of like, but it just felt it's like it feels like somebody took like a big old freaking frying pan and just whacked you in the back. It didn't do any damage, but like it doesn't feel comfortable. So essentially, you cast Earthbind.
Oh. You okay? You seem a little skittish.
This?
Yes. It says beautiful resonance, doesn't it?
I want you to know not to test me right now.
I was testing Rot, not you.
This is a library. Hands to yourself. Keep them behind.
In Persepolis, we are quiet in libraries. You're right. What's the behind it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you'll excuse me, flips up on the other side a little more aggressively.
Sure.
You see Jonas like bunch at you. Oh, shield first.
I think you're good.
Oh, yes.
Alright. So in here you see a set of shoes that have been like almost encrusted with this earth, like these, like it's almost overcome by like earth. Like, it's like almost like if you took a pair of boots and like dipped them into like molten rock and then picked them back up and then they crystallized onto the shoes.
She's gonna kind of just pick
No,
them up.
they're like thick boots.
She's gonna kind of like pick them up, like each boot, and hold them up, and just kind of like in the bag.
Oh yes. Puts the rod in the bag too.
I mean, do we want to know what the shoes do?
We don't.
Do you have identify magic?
No, I was just gonna put them on.
Don't. I do not want to put anything on in this environment.
Like, do you put the shoes on them?
For now, they'll go in the bag.
I do not have it.
What else is in this room? Do I see anything else, or do I need to investigate further?
In this room, this is like a side room that you've kind of like a smaller study within the library.
Okay.
And there are several books, several like shelves of books, and a few books that are actually on the desk in the library. And like you searched the desk as part of the investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing especially like interesting about it. There's some notes that I figured I would go over once everyone went through the chest, because I figured that would be the first thing you guys went to.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think.
And you also have the book that he had with him as well.
It's in the bag now too.
I assume it's indecipherable.
You didn't look at it.
So I'm scribbling in it.
You did.
Indecipherable.
I mean, I can find out if those boots have magic or something.
What are you saying you're doing?
I can detect magic.
Do you cast Detect Magic?
So if people want to wait for it, it'd be 10 minutes.
I think we need to prioritize.
Detect Magic is a 10-minute cast?
If I ritually cast it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's spell slots.
Well, and I don't keep it prepared.
I see.
I think we need to prioritize getting out of here.
What's a good bet?
Which I don't even know how the hell we do. The way we got here was winding and a little bit off the beaten path, if that's the right way to put it.
Well,
in this case.
I was hoping that first Jonas could help me pray over the dead thing, because I'm feeling pretty bad about hurting it.
You're fine.
But I thought you said we're supposed to like respect it and
That is not.
honor the dead.
That is pollution.
That seems extreme.
He's mad at it.
I'm just gonna go and do some clericy bits.
And to be clear, once the dragon kind of disintegrated, you can see the top of the trident there. Like, it kind of clangs to the ground as it died.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, this is going to take like at least 10 washes to get all this stuff out.
True.
So I'm gonna pray over it, and if there were eyes, I'd sacrifice them, but there aren't, so I'm just gonna
What are you trying to do?
Just pray over the dead thing.
Is that like no mechanics or anything? Just
I mean, not unless there's an eyeball.
no, there's not.
And I just pray over it to feel better about hurting it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, little thing. I know
So-
you aren't all evil.
I was wondering, like, so his, like, what's the tip of it called? Like
The prongs.
the prongs. So those were obliterated.
No,
They're not
They're in
obliterated. They are dinged and crushed. The main thing that happened with the trident was that the magical core that ran through the trident was shattered.
The thing that was imbued with the...
But there was a gem on it, right?
There's a gemstone on the middle prong. That's the arcane focus is all it is.
That's an arcane. It's a separate thing. Like he could still hold, like, if he wanted to, like, reshape the thing and like have the trident as like a talisman, he could use the arcane focus. It just wouldn't have the cold damage that was attributed to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna
the magic's been destroyed.
I'm gonna pick up the top of your trident since I'm over there and you were like ignoring it or whatever, and then I'm also gonna pick up that other stone, right? Because there was another stone.
There was another rock,
Sweet.
yeah.
I'm gonna pick that up, and I'm gonna go over to you and I'm gonna be like, I thought you might want this. It seems really important to you, so like
It was. Thank you.
Is it not anymore?
It is a symbol of the past now.
Oh.
We are the now.
I mean, I usually like to live in the now.
The prongs are twisted and kind of misshapen. It looks rather pathetic at this point.
But I mean,
The arcane focus is intact.
Yeah.
the past is important too.
I imagine.
I slayed the dragon with the power of persona,
Mm-hmm.
but not with this.
Sure.
He pulls out the sword. With this, it is time to move on. Persona insists.
Cool.
But thank you. He puts the trident in his backpack. And
I'm essentially imagining what it would be like if the whole thing like was crushed by an avalanche. Like, that's essentially what happened.
mm-hmm.
I also have that other stone.
It's pretty weighty. It's probably the size of like an ostrich egg, like a pretty big rock that has like that geocrystalline structure coming out of it.
Can I do the arcane check on that?
Does that have anything to do with the this thing? Gestures vaguely at Usagi.
It was literally like, you see that? It was on that. 15. 8 plus 7.
8 plus 7. You can feel the presence of like an elemental plane. Like you're used to the elemental plane of water. This is like, it's similar. It's like, okay, I know what an elemental plane feels like to like observe.
Does it feel corrupted?
No.
Because a lot of this area felt corrupted earlier.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very valid question, but this is it's like a pure element of Earth, just in a geode. This was to be a geode.
This seems to be something with the elemental plane of Earth.
Cool. I guess we should return it to the people back at wherever we're going. So I'll stick it in the bag of holding.
Okay. So you have the dragon orb. You have the primordial earthen stone as well. And you also have the 2 magical items that I've procured.
And the magic book. What color is this dragon orb?
Oh, what color is it?
Yeah.
Once it was taken out of the, once it was taken out of the dragon, it kind of hums with the same like silver energy that the other one did.
Okay.
Like the other one hummed like a blue energy while it was attributed to the water plane, and then once you removed it, it goes to like a kind of like a blank silvery. Yeah.
Was Whisper attracted to the other smaller?
Absolutely. Oh no, the smaller one, no.
Okay.
It was only the dragon orb.
Okay.
Does it seem like they were replicating a dragon orb?
I mean, maybe.
You had no feeling towards this one.
No, I don't care about that rock.
But yet its properties are similar.
Similar-ish.
No idea.
This feels of elemental planes, as does the other.
To be fair, when you look at a dragon orb that's no longer attributed to, and I think it doesn't feel like a specific plane. It just feels like elemental energy in general.
Yeah.
And like this, and while the rock is like this is specifically earth and energy.
Eddie, can you look at the book that I gave you?
Sure, I'll pull it back out. What did you want to? I'll just like thumb through it.
Is it seem to be legible?
Oh, his book?
Yeah.
What part are you looking at? Like just looking like from the beginning?
She's flipping through, so I'd say
up to a
like
page.
one third of a third.
Make an investigation check.
I'll let you do that, and I'll help you by holding it open.
Sure.
You get advantage.
I get advantage?
I'm helping you.
Okay.
Look at it. Like, that looks important right there. It's in
Investigation 16 plus 1, 17.
17. Okay. So you as you're looking through this book, the personal notes of Ilis, he starts out like the beginning of it is like very normal, very talking about how he has been studying the resonance frequency of the crystals that you saw downstairs that he's been basically hoarding in the in that little side storage area, and how he's made golems out of the crystals to go and mine more crystals. And he's saying, and he shows like you see a lot of the geodest, like the alchemy symbols and all of like the math that he's been doing, and you don't necessarily understand the math. It's a bit specific to what he's trying to do, but he talks about how he was trying to use the frequency of crystals to tap into the elemental plane of Earth, and how like if he could do that, it would be a conduit to like a lot of really powerful magic. And you see, like as he's reading and as he's writing and as he's studying, he comes up against the wall. It's like something is blocking the specific siphoning of energy away from the elemental plane of Earth. Like something is blocking it. And he studies, and it goes through like you flip through a few pages of like weeks of study, and then he says a breakthrough, and it's in these big letters. Like, very excited, like you could tell like he's writing extremely quickly. Knowledge came to me in a dream one night this past week. There was a shining orb that called to me, and I felt it knew what the answers were. Something special about it. I must acquire this orb immediately. Problem: it's in the elemental plane. So going through that would be dangerous to say the least. I need creatures. I need weapons. And he talks about how he constructed a few golems. You see the construction plans for the glass golem that you guys fought down on the second level. A few different ones for the golems outside. One for the 3 or 4 different like scrap plans for the bookshelf golem. Like you could see he was just using whatever he had on hand to try and make soldiers to protect him while he went on this expedition to the elemental plane of Earth. And he talks about it, and he goes through it, and he's detailing his expedition to the elemental plane of Earth, that he says that he put a portal in the realm down, the area of the tower lower than the one you are now, like when you were in that moss court. He said that that's where he opened up a gate to the elemental plane of Earth. And immediately the concept of space and time, and especially space, was warped beyond reason in the tower. And he was like, I was able to contain it to within the walls of the tower, but I can't stop now. I can't slow down. I have to continue my research. And like this is where it starts getting a little scratchy. This is where it starts getting a little bit like, what's this guy doing? He talks and you see several diagrams of the dragon orb after this, where assumedly he was successful, but he doesn't even mention it. He doesn't even say like he wasn't even like happy that he found it. It was just like this is the first step of everything, and then he just continues. And every so often, right around now, you see in the fringes those words words that mean anything in any language. They start propping up in the little margins, and he doesn't. No one seems to notice it, and it gets worse and worse and worse as this person just gains more and more knowledge about this orb that has fallen into his hands, that he's done so much to try and find. And there's one page where inside this, and this is what the investigation check was mostly to find, there was one page where he seems to come out of the fog, at least a little bit. There's, instead of having numerous little scribbles on it, there's like one or two, and then one of them is freedom, and the other one is panic, and the other one is it's very calm. It's much calmer. And he says, something isn't right. Where did this knowledge come from? How did I know to look here? Why was everything correct? This isn't how science is done. This isn't how magic works. No one's ever eureka'd their way into this kind of situation and lived to tell the tale. And I have to say, I'm really, and then it just dissolves once again. It's like whatever's controlling him just reaffirms its grip. And from the rest of that, it devolves until it's no longer math or expeditions. It's just Madden scribblings.
Kind of tragic.
Yes, this is sad.
Gained a little more humanity for this one. Yeah. But it also makes me a little bit more cautious about the thing we have in our possession now.
We gotta get it back to the pillars.
This knowledge is dangerous.
Yeah, apparently.
Can you do a quick check around just real quick? Just
in
case
I'm all tapped out.
Let's see. Can I make a perception check?
You certainly can.
Natural 20.
Holy balls! Okay. I threw my pen right in my bag. That was fucking Kobe. Alright, yeah. You walk out, and you're like, something in the back of your mind. You're like, something's not right. And you walk out, and just right there, just sitting, is an imp. And he's just like, shit, and he goes invisible. Natural 20. That was supposed to be way more fucking boost, like natural 20. Like, yeah, there he is.
Damn it. Well, they know.
You can hear him like skittering as this is happening as well. He's invisible. But you can hear him.
I have nothing for that bastard, especially with him being invisible, unless I was able to cast Hunter's Mark at some point. But I don't see him now.
I will allow you to make a cast of Hunter's Mark because you rolled a natural 20. So
I'm going to see if the magic will last.
Yeah, we're going to see if it actually goes through. But I will allow this cast because you rolled so well. You're fine.
Okay,
so you have Hunter's Mark on this imp.
I have an advantage on being able to... It's, let's see.
You know its location is what I'm pretty sure it means.
Yeah, you can survival check advantage.
Yeah. Well, I can have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival check to find it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find it in...
Okay, go ahead.
What skill are you using? Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, perception. I see it.
Well, that'll be nice. Got a 27 there.
Okay, you don't need to reroll.
Okay.
Just in case he gets a natural 20.
There's
say...
nothing that a natural 20 will really do.
Okay.
Like, basically, you cast the Hunter's Mark, and, like, you can see as he's trying to, like, skittering across the top of these bookshelves, and, like, little bits of, like, dust are kicking up that you can see the dust kicking up. But it pulses with that Hunter's Mark as it, like, goes, the energy, like, pulses through it. So you can see, like, you see it, like, you know how, like you're looking at it through, like, a ripple of water?
Yeah.
It looks like that a little bit. But you can track it as it's going. Like every half second it'll pulse.
I'm gonna shoot it with my longbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know you had a longbow.
Shoot it with that one.
That's how I got the last little bastard.
Not true.
She just kind of pulls it out and like, all right, 2 for 2. Come on. Ooh, that should be pretty good. My longbow, 21.
Okay, that'll hit. What are you trying to do with this guy? You're just trying to do damage to him?
I would like to, ideally, like, I'm shooting, and I want to, actually, yeah, just do damage. I kind of want to just kill it.
Okay,
just
do damage.
1,000 years of darkness or whatever. 1,000 years of darkness. Alright.
Terrible.
10,000 years of drowning in blood.
Pretty much. Drowning in blood.
And 10,000 years of them not finding out anything about this. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
They're going back to the hells, so, I mean, those are where demons usually are.
8 piercing. Well, actually, it's 11 piercing total.
Okay. This guy's just the best guy. He's the one. So, like, you hit him, and just, like, it just turns into this ichor that splatters against the wall.
And she's like, so she's like, gotcha.
I didn't notice shit, so I just see you pull out a bow and kill the fuck out of something, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like, she's gonna put the longbow back, and she's gonna be like, one of our little friends. I had a feeling.
Oh, can we question it?
It looks pretty dead.
Yeah, sure. Let's go question it real quick.
If we take its body with us, you know.
I don't see a body.
Just gonna be like, as he explodes, just like this last dying breath.
No, there's no body. It literally liquefies when it dies.
He literally had no chance.
He literally just as he's going to zero, and he turns to liquid, and then with the inertia of this arrow, just flings it onto the fucking wall behind it. Now, if you want to harvest that ichor, it kind of might be a thing that I'm implementing. Implementing.
It looks like there's some.
Some squishy
kind
bits
of
left
special
behind.
Winky whatever.
Can we ask the ichor questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
I asked because
Jonas, bless your heart.
well,
Jonas, bless your heart.
Jez, bless yours. You just sent it to its bosses.
Oh, you're so genuine. I can't.
We should pray over it, right? Because it's the dead thing,
Jonas
and
savage today.
you're supposed to honor the dead, so we should go in.
I put down Yusadi to knock over the
Yes.
bookshelf so that the ichor is in reaching distance.
What's that?
I put down Yusadi
Okay. Oh, you picked
to
her up.
knock over the bookshelf
Okay.
so that they can get to the ichor.
There's a little bit of ichor on the bookshelf. A lot of it is on the wall.
Here you go.
It's like
Lift me up.
Oh yeah, sure. Here
you
you go.
have. I'm going to
She's
say
all
you've got
over
on here 2 increments of fiendish component.
Would you say 2 vials worth?
2. I'll just use units
Okay.
of common fiendish
It's
residue.
as common as fiendish residue is.
Common fiendish residue.
You know.
I mean, it's common in context.
Yeah.
I'm using a rarity system, like common, uncommon, rare, legendary, etc.
Well, here we are, stuck in God knows where,
So,
and it seems we have friends, or at least a friend this time.
I mean, we can try to talk to the Ica tomorrow if we want. It's kind of a dead thing.
No, I'm afraid it is expired.
No.
I just fear sending it to where they can report us.
So do you guys need a nap to help Yasadi or?
Well, I can't really help her, turns out. That's a different spell. I can't do that yet.
I have not been granted that
Yeah.
from Persona.
Okay, so I have to carry her all the way back.
I could
Yeah.
use
We
the
could
rest.
take turns.
Cool.
I mean, I really wouldn't want to be here at the scene of the last spot that thing found us at, because...
Yeah, and we need to go.
Is this the top of the tower? Are we done? Is this the end?
I mean...
There are no other entrances
That's
to this
an interesting-
besides the one you came from.
That's an interesting question. So, when we killed this thing and the soot, exploded, it was, a big moment, did that affect the environment in any kind of other way other than just pollution everywhere?
The environment that you're in now?
Is there, a less of a magical quality now because this guy who was just, discovering all these things and all these connections?
Well, this specific room is not any larger than you would assume the tower would be. So this particular room, it looks nondescript as in comparison. And there's still dust and garbage and kind of that hangs in the air. But there's no difference in this room that you can see.
Nice.
And if you're asking if you heard the entire freaking tower shift or anything like that, no, you didn't feel that. But
Okay.
you haven't investigated further.
Gotcha. And there's only the one way out, or are there
There's only the one way out, the way you came in. It's basically you walk into this large library, and there's bookshelves, and then there's a small alcove that you guys went through, and you found the
maze.
the chest.
Well, we had the maze in the previous area.
Well, the maze was 2 floors down.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
up some stairs.
Okay.
But that was also a library, or at least
Yeah. No, that
it
place.
was.
That place was super corrupty, though.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely chock full of undead, is what it was.
So does this not have that same feeling then, right?
This room, no.
Okay.
And if you want to, you can pick out a book and open it, and it's just an instruction. It's a field manual for, finding geodes or finding different relics from almost archaeology, and then you put that one away and you put it and then this one you open, and then you go to a different one.
So
You open up, and it's just a book. It is just a normal book.
Any cool books on healing?
No, most of it is about trying to either harness specific powers of Earth or basic magical building blocks.
In several languages, I assume.
Yeah.
Anything on Abishai's or Tiamat or anything like that?
No.
Anything to expand my smut collection?
Yeah, he's got some porn.
It's in his personal quarters.
Mostly elves. But there's a couple.
Is it
books
a whole
exotic
book
ones.
or just
Mostly
some
golems.
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
It's mostly leaflets and
You like the rock
advertisements.
hard.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was
handful
rock
of
hard golems.
smutty elf leaflets?
Yeah. There's some
Fan of rock gnomes.
he wanted for companionship here. Let's just say that.
Well,
I mean, he made gold.
We could find on Golem Mingle. What you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
that's so upsetting.
Elemental Mingle.
Wizards only.
Wizards only.
TerraTalk.
That's good. That's good. I love the alliteration of the one.
Nice. Anyway.
I don't know, I'm feeling wizards
Nice.
only.
Anyway.
It was on both.
That deserves a 23.
You can have more than one porn.
Plenty of rocks in the sea.
I don't know.
No disagreement here.
Everybody seems all pensive and thinking, and Whisper is kind of bitter that everyone's shunning her. So she's like, I don't know, I'm just gonna pick up the study and go.
You pick up Yasadi. She's stone, so it's pretty heavy. But what's your strength? 20, 18,
I think it's 16.
16. Alright, so as long as you're you can pick her up. You have to be
17.
okay, you have to be a little careful, but I'm not gonna make you do anything special for her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything
so.
fancy.
Jonas is going to walk over to you, actually.
Oh?
And he's gonna look at his trident, like the little dagger pommel of it, essentially now, and just goes, "It seems we both need to move on from where we came from. You, your armor. Me, this."
Yeah.
That's some growth right there.
Sorry, I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry about your thing.
It's okay. It was a gift from Mother.
That's sad.
It's real sad.
Do you like your mom?
I did. Yes.
Well, I would be sad.
She's still alive.
I liked my mom.
It is, power does not come from the trident.
Right.
Your power doesn't come from your armor.
Certainly not.
As you guys are talking, you guys are going through the doorway. And instead of
In
it
every
going-
doorway, it's like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Especially this one, because instead of going directly into this moss-covered cavern, it goes into one of the spiral staircases. But as you look at it, the spiral staircases, like, you guys have seen these a few times, and like as you've gone down them, it's been playing tricks in your mind. And like you're looking at it, it just seems mundane. It's like, Like, there's no special glitter in the air besides some of the dust that has been kind of coughed out of this room from temperature differences as you guys kind of walk through it. But it just kind of looks like a stairway.
Thank God.
Yeah. And as you go down and like you carefully move Yasadi down the things, I'm gonna make you guys do a check of some kind for this because I can't help myself. Let's do athletics.
Oh no.
Who does the athletics check?
Everybody. Everyone make an athletics check. I imagine everyone's helping try and move this large silver dragonborn.
This is a group
down
athletics.
this is a group effort.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I got a 18.
18?
5.
5?
16.
16?
23.
Okay.
Damn!
23! Okay,
I'll take a triplet.
Yeah, this is you were carried through it, so everything is fine. There's a little bit of like a slip, but you have other people helping it, so you easily readjust yourself. And as you guys get to the bottom of this is another one. This is a room you haven't seen. This is what used to be what you read as the gateway to the elemental plane of Earth. Like, you're realizing like that was the moss-covered cavern that was him. Like, it doesn't look like it was carved, but it was shaped, and he was able to move through it. And there wasn't like a lot of different branching things. There wasn't a lot of like really anything besides just the straight forward going ahead and like sealing that kind of chamber. So you see a lot of the symbols that you saw in the book on the wall of this room, and the room is 10 feet tall. It's a normal sized room, and like you can tell like now this is like about the size of the tower once again. It's not expanded, it's just the size of a normal tower. But it's the wall is covered in Terran runes, basically channeling the elemental plane of Earth, and that's where the bridge was connected. You move through it, you go back down, and you see what the remains of the maze that you were in before. But instead of the maze that you are used to, you see what might have been a library at some point, but incinerated. Like, it's almost completely ash. Like, there's piles of ash different places. There's like the skeletal remains of some of the wooden bookshelves on some of the outer ring of it, but it looks like a bomb went off in this place. And like a firebomb, and like it burned for who knows how long.
Wow, we really fucked shit up.
And you can see on the other side of this room, the the same like doorway into a stairwell.
Ugh.
This really is a windy tower, isn't it?
I mean,
Well-
that's how you get up and down.
Towers.
Unless you have teleportation magic, like some kind of wizard.
That'd be real convenient.
That's too convenient.
Or a dicey bookworm.
Alright.
This has got her trench coat kind of like tied around her waist, and she's got like her arms a little more out, and she's just kind of like,
Go ahead and make another athletics check. This is going to be the last one to make you do, unless you fail, in which case we'll see what happens.
30-20.
30-20? Nate?
a 9.
9.
30-20.
30-20?
25.
Okay, so
Nice.
you guys are fine. Once again, Des kind of like slips or like sneezes a little bit from the dust that was kicked up into her nose, but she backed up, puts it right back on there, and then
Des, your allergies are you okay?
I mean,
You need to lay on hands.
no.
As he's like bleeding.
She's gonna look at the. She's like, that's like, he's gonna like turn around like, do you lay on hands? Like, just sees the blood. Like, I think I'm good.
Bleeding out of his face.
Yeah.
But seriously, if
I want to
anybody,
make sure you're okay.
Yeah,
I
of
can use a
course.
fetus kit if you need.
You're.
I can make it home.
So, as you guys carry down, and I'm not going to make you make another one after this. You guys carry her through the other levels of the tower that have been once again like confined to a normal size. Like it looked like you were asking before. Like, did you feel like did it
Any
make a
shift or-
difference?
yeah.
It just looks like a tower now, and everything that had been expanded upon has been constricted and kind of compressed. Even though now you're thinking about it, like this is just what it should look like. But it had been screwing with your perception the entire time. You guys made so many wisdom saves to try and like determine what exactly was real or not in this freaking hellscape.
And failed so many.
Yeah. So you bring Yasadi outside. And you set her down for a second, and you just kind of like stretch her back and like, whew. And you look around, and the trees are different. They're like, instead of the vibrant greens that was the trademark of the late summer, you see specks of yellow, specks of red, more than could possibly happen in the day you were there.
I don't think I noticed.
I mean, sure.
Is the temperature different?
It's a little cooler. Yeah, it's a little. The temperature is different.
Feels nice out, doesn't it?
It's nice.
Yes.
How? Are all the like? There's everything's.
I'm like you have such a like a passive perception that like you immediately know like this isn't right.
How long were we in there?
What, like in hours? It was.
A day and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna like look at the tree line and see like. the
We're
different
looking
colors.
at you like we don't know why
And
you're
she's like,
asking.
I mean, have we been in there for months?
No.
No, we took one night of rest.
You were calling me crazy.
Des, are you okay?
She's gonna just like kind of turn them both to look at me. And be like, look at the tree line.
What about it?
What are those colors of the trees indicative of?
Fall.
All right. There's not many trees where I'm from.
Now let's turn around.
It makes perfect sense. Like, what are you talking about?
Tree leaves die. What's your point?
No, I get it. They should not be that color.
And it's not like you're not in like late fall where like it's an explosion of red. It's just like there's a few yellows.
What's
There's a
wrong
few
with that
reds.
color? They look pretty.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I don't understand.
But they should be green.
Are there so when we walked up, did we leave any footprints? I guess I would have had to perceive that, but
I mean, if you're looking for footprints, you can make a survival check.
yeah, I'm just looking for like any kind of footprints that like
Yeah, make a survival
we
check.
kind of walked in there at some point.
Yeah.
That's probably not quite gonna do it, but I forgot. I actually have good survival, so 14.
14. You see footprints, but it's mostly it looks like these big frickin' like
No.
triangular or geodesic footprints that are you assume from the golem. that are kind of like stomping. Like you can still see the golems kind of like.
Oh, they're still there.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to
They're still going.
Okay.
They're still imbued with the magic that had created them.
But no cat.
No, we have the cat.
You said the
with
cat.
us.
The cat's there.
Where's this cat been?
It just sits on my
It just hasn't
shoulder.
done anything.
Or
What do you want me to do
pushing.
with the cat?
It didn't help at all.
It did not. It hit immediately.
It's a cat.
It hit immediately when you
Yeah,
guys
what
were
did you
fighting.
want the cat to do?
Be less.
I'm a little hesitant to believe that when we get back to our tree line coverage that we're going to find our carriage driver and my horse.
So he protected your horse?
I still
I
don't
doubt he-
understand.
Well,
you think after a day and a half they would leave us?
don't test me.
I really
You have not trained your horse like I trained my seahorse, have you?
Don't you be talking about my horse.
Okay, hold
It's
on,
not
Des.
like-
Talking
Talk
shit about
about
land
someone's
biscuit, huh?
I prefer sea biscuit.
I don't. Des. I don't see what you see. You've got to tell me.
So, alright, so when we went in there, trees were green, vibrant green. It didn't appear like there was some sort of cutoff between vibrant green versus like the normal foresty.
Let's unless you're going to specifically say what you're saying, I'm just going to have Whisper make an insight check. So as much as I appreciate her acting like a there's like the fucking like what, like let's see if she actually notices.
And I'm proficient in insight. 17.
Yeah, you notice that something's wrong.
Okay, I'm fucking with her then.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I'm telling you, Mary, that Whisper understands what's happening.
This is
here.
how Whisper copes.
Yeah, that's fine. She can absolutely troll Des if she wants to.
So Jonas genuinely doesn't understand. Whisper is freaking out and is taking it out on you because you were rude to her.
Actually, I'm gonna insight to see if she's fucking with me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can I do contesting a deception?
Absolutely, you can.
Insight with a deception. What?
Well, it's okay. You got it. I got an 11.
Okay, I got a. I have advantage. Wow. Okay, it wasn't better. That's an 18.
So yeah, you have successfully fooled Des into thinking that you don't understand the concept of seasons.
She's just like, yeah, library. She said she was learned. I don't understand. I can explain
Wait,
seasons to her.
some of
Whisper's
those-
doing that thing that some women do where they're like, how stupid do you think I am? I'm just gonna pretend until you figure it out.
Yeah.
Some of those book learning type don't really get, the outdoors.
What's outdoors?
Dex isn't even gonna acknowledge that one.
Terrible, yeah.
She's just gonna like, all right, I'll take this.
With my,
You
with
sign
my
back out
20,
there.
I definitely know you're bullshitting.
Marching on as usual. Apparently,
Yeah.
you don't be so
Do you
long
call me
about
out?
This bullshit.
I mean, no.
As you guys
Well,
kind
you
of like resign yourself to marching yourself back to Cliffhaven, you hear the braying of a war horn behind you. And you can hear it get closer and
I
closer.
did not do it.
Make a history check,
He who
everybody.
smells it does it.
I use conch shells.
Make a history check.
Different sound.
I'm good at history. For once.
Gosh. I keep hitting the wall and it fucks up my fucking thing.
I keep rolling really
Yes,
poorly and it
Like,
fucks
I'm
up
like,
everything.
hey, that's a natural 18. Nope, it's not. Hits the wall.
We're
Terrible
gonna start
history
over
check.
with all of my dice.
Did he get a good one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm proficient in history.
Oh, good.
We're just gonna pretend like my dice aren't fucking me. That's how I'm gonna cope. By pretending.
I still didn't roll great though.
I rolled fine. Oh, I get deception from the cloud rune. I get advantage on deception.
Was your clown red activated?
No, it's just if I
Oh, it's a
have it-
passive thing?
Yeah.
That's fair. Hold on, I have this written down somewhere. I don't want to.
John's assuming to the orcs or the dwarves that we met earlier.
Wow. Always gotta be the orcs, huh?
We'll find out.
It is the orcs.
Oh yeah, 'cause I rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah, it was the orcs, and I'm looking because like I wrote down the name of the clan.
14.
Which
Do I have
Mary does not
advantage?
remember. Were they cool?
They were a little.
They were compliant.
They were a little rough with the dwarves. but-
Wouldn't call them chill, but you were alive after.
They're like
it was-
lukewarm.
Yeah,
I'll call that cool.
for sure.
I mean,
Mary will anyway.
yeah.
Whisper's gonna be like.
Does Addie get advantage because it has to do with orcs?
Actually, that's an interesting-
Yeah,
And
sure. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. That sounds reasonable to me.
It didn't do any better. Actually,
Oh,
it did
Addie.
by a whole one.
Addie, how do you not know an orc horde?
You
Babe.
know?
Babe.
Here we go.
Is that what's in a bell?
I found it. The Frozen Hammer was the name of the orcish clan that you guys had basically pacified from attacking the other the dwarves, which were the Dorgari. Just so you know.
Anybody know why that hone sounds familiar?
Oh, it's the frozen hammer.
It's those orcs that you guys did.
Right on the tip of my tongue.
Thanks.
The frozen hammer.
Oh, right.
Why are they here?
Ish.
Oh,
I don't
no.
I don't know, but maybe, and this is just a thought, they have a cleric that can help Yasadi.
We need to consider the possibility that we need to
No, I'm not cleric enough for you.
separate the orb from this situation.
No,
You do make good points. A cleric, the best cleric I've met is an orc, so
exactly.
Right.
more would help.
The only
But-
cleric I know is an orc.
Exactly. See?
Oh.
Yes.
But
But
our last meeting was a little bit. I mean,
I thought
we handled
we were
it, but
fine.
Yeah, they invited us to their camp and we investigated, and it went well.
I'm certain at least one of us boned.
Yeah, for sure, probably, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I did not bone.
Do you know
that was
what
out of
bone
character.
means?
Yes.
oh, I thought that was in character.
No!
I was like, that, okay.
I'm certain that at least one of us boned.
You
But
think because I'm a Triton I do not know what bone means?
No, I think.
It is a piece of your body.
Oh no, not that bone.
It must have been you.
Probably.
It all blurs together.
Day one of Ravendale.
This makes no sense.
I think
It's
Like I
another
said,
word
though.
for the intercourse bit.
That's so. What does bone is then? They keep saying this at the tavern.
They use it. in
y'all
the
we're running out of
intercourse.
time here.
Yeah, as you guys are talking about euphemisms for dicks, you see a couple white wolves kind of like marching
No.
alongside where you guys
How
are.
far are they out? Do they
Beautiful
see us?
creatures.
They definitely see you.
Well, that's
You guys are hauling this freaking statue. You're not being especially stealthy.
that kills
Also,
my
I'm in
plan.
chainmail. So
Yeah, like it's,
Chink, chink, chink.
yeah.
And Whisper's going, hi!
Where the
A
fuck
couple of
are
them kind of
the
like
orcs?
look at each other and they just kind of like wave.
The wolves do.
No, the orcs do.
So-
There are orcs riding along
The wolves.
like there's like 3 or 4 wolves and like there's one orc on.
They look like dire size, but like big. Or
The ones they're riding are dire.
Okay.
The normal size
Or just
wolves
those
are just wolves.
winter wolf kind of stuff. Yeah.
And one of them comes from behind you and calls out in Orcish.
I look here.
So,
It's like, hail! Stop! He kind of like holds up a hand. You guys.
universal symbol for stop, I stop.
Hi,
That-
sorry. Could you lend us some aid? And I gesture to Yasadi.
And you see him kind of like look over the 4 of you, the 5 of you.
And we look like shit.
You look pretty beat up. And like you can see on
Cold as
his
hell.
person a few bits of jewelry that weren't there before, and they all have that same like like a bright blue coloration that the golems have, and of the like strange crystal that has been growing out of the ground.
Squint.
And he kind of like looks at you, and he looks at Yasadi. I remember you. You were there when we tried to avenge our clan against those dwarves, and you stopped us.
Yes, because it wasn't the dwarves. Is he speaking Orcish actually?
Yeah, he's speaking
Nope.
Orcish.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's definitely better not to fight needlessly. Know?
Des will call out in Orcish and be like, "It wasn't the right fight. It wasn't the dwarves."
True enough. Glory is glory, however, and
Groomsh does not look kindly on, fighting those that don't deserve it. Dying needlessly.
He looks at you like you're speaking a completely different language now.
But he does know that I'm Groomsh's eyes, so I mean...
He respects what you're saying. He does not agree with it, let's say. And it's very plain on his face that when you say that, he kind of scowls a bit. He doesn't disparage it, but he's just like, well, one way to view his teachings, I suppose. However, what is the meaning of this? And he kind of gestures to the frozen dragonborn in the middle of you.
Well, we kind of need her healed up a bit.
What did you do to her? And he kind of hops down off of this wolf and kind of goes over to Yasadi and kind of knocks on their shoulder a bit.
Yeah.
And you just hear his the metal gauntlet just clank against this rock.
Yeah,
gentle.
Seems like some wizard kind of fucked her up with a petrification kind of thing, The
Wizard of the Tower.
Yeah.
We've been dispatching his sentries that have been encroaching on our land for over 3 months now. We decided finally enough was enough, and we came down and things seemed different. The golems kind of just crumbled under our hammers. And suddenly they weren't encroaching, they were just waiting.
Waiting.
It's been like that for a few weeks now. Interesting. You come from the tower? What has happened there?
Well, it seems like the old wizard won't be much of a problem anymore.
Oh?
He had a swift exit.
Ah. Warriors to the end, I see.
Not without our damages.
So
kind of knock them.
So much for this vaunted pacifism.
I said no needless deaths.
And he freaking looks at you.
I said no needless deaths.
There are certainly interpretations that can be made.
He at this point he's just glaring at you. So he's like, well, you have done our clan a service once. I suppose we can help. Do you need assistance transporting this statue?
That would definitely be preferred, and you can see Des is not exactly having a good time.
He calls out to the orcs in Orcish still, and he's like, help them, tie it to one of the wolves. And you see a couple of the orcs kind of hop down off of the orcs and kind of grumble You see them pull out some hempen rope and they kind of lash the rope around your side.
Oh, yeah, I guess they're helping. Okay, here you go.
Mm-hmm. And they tie it onto one of the dire wolves and they kind of put it on top of the arch on its back, and it kind of whines a little bit because it's this big heavy statue. And one of the orcs pats it on the head and it's just
yeah, you're telling me, buddy.
Yeah, whines at you. Well, saddle up. I assume you know how to ride wolves, yes?
Well, can't imagine it's much different than a horse, right?
It's a bit different.
And he looks at you he was just oh no.
just a little bit different.
A slow pace then, I see. I suppose our expedition is a bit listless now that you've dispatched our prey. Again.
Sorry to take the glory from you. He was just being kind of a prick.
One of these days I'm able to kill something and you shitheads won't show up, And he kind of kicks his, I guess he had come down, so he saddles back up onto the wolf and rides away, and the rest of them, there's a few more, go up with him, but the rest kind of, wait for you guys to figure out how to saddle up on a wolf.
I help him out.
I will say, out of character because I can't understand any of this conversation.
Mhm.
That it sounds like we need to ask the orcs for help killing some dragons.
Maybe
But also,
they do have a literal like blood vendetta against these people who came in and destroyed their land and killed their tribe. So yeah.
yeah. And then the other thing I'll say is, wait, on the wolf?
Yeah. I'll speak common now.
Thank God.
And I'm proficient in land vehicles.
No. Absolutely not.
How am I? I assume this is something like
But
a
I'm
horse.
proficient in survival too.
I would say, as an orc, she wouldn't have used to riding wolves.
She's fine with wolves. That doesn't have to do with a war vehicle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It will be an animal handling check with advantage because you have experience with wolves. If you want to move at like a faster pace than the rest of the group. I mean, you guys can all make animal handling checks to try and
I will
steady
make
pace.
that effort.
Okay.
I have advantage in animal handling from one of my runes. I think it's the frost one.
Sure.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
I get 2 per rune.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I aid my friends in getting up on the wolves.
Yeah, Des did not handle that one well. Got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, natural 20!
Wow.
Jesus.
Advantage came in clutch.
We're just exactly.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fine then.
So, Jonas and Des have a bit of trouble with the wolves. They just can't quite get seated properly, and you guys try and like take off at the same speed that the orcs are, and you fall off.
Why is it so hairy?
Why don't you just get on the back of our wolves? Just doing arms around
I
us.
offer a forearm to Jonas.
Bro,
I'll allow that. So you guys, 2 up on a wolf. These are like dire wolves too, so these aren't like the.
They're used to orcs.
Yeah, they're used to. They can handle you guys pretty easily. So 2 people compared to like a large orc warrior. Not even just orcs, just like the big dudes of the tribe. So they're able
less
to.
fluffy.
You're definitely gonna have you're gonna have dog hair on your breeches until you wash
dog
them.
hair.
Yeah, basically, you're just kind of a mess, unfortunately.
I alternate between cooing at the wolf because I find that helps,
Mm-hmm.
and talking to Jonas about stupid shit.
Okay. That's fair enough. And as you guys are escorted towards Cliffhaven on Wolfback, escorted by the orcs of the Frozen Hammer that you guys have helped so long ago now in the first episode, I'm pretty sure, of Foes of Creation.
Mm-hmm.
You ride south, and I think that's a good point for us to wind down the session. It's right where I want it to be, and I think we've accomplished quite a bit. So, of course, thank you, everybody watching, for joining us for this session of Pillars of Creation with Lizards and Locations. I'm going to kick it over to Kat, who will go through all of our sponsors and tell you where to find us.
Well, I mean, where to find us is the most important because we're like pretty cool guys. And you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Mastodon and Hive and Facebook. And if you like really want to support us and help us to, buy better cameras, pay for certain subscriptions that we use for editing and all sorts of stuff like that, you can find us on Patreon and look out for the coffee that we may have in the next couple weeks or possibly by now if that's already happened.
Has it?
I'm not sure because, I'm not from the future. But
Makes one of us.
you can also support us by heading over to our sponsors page, Dice Legion, and using the code LIZARDS
Stardate 23. Oh, sorry.
to get 10% off any polyhedrals or accessories that you might want. And then you can also go and hang out and listen to Game Master Monday because they're just really cool. So you should.
Yeah, they are.
And even with social media and our sponsors, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you really like it, and there's going to be a couple of special things we've been coming out with this past couple weeks, so put that bell icon to make sure you see all of those things, because we're not really 100% set on the scheduling of our bonus content that may come out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever we are able to get over to that kind of situation. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment if you really want to make John's day specifically, because John always is paying attention to the comments.
Yeah.
And until then, join us next time at Lizards and Locations, specifically this one, Pillars of Creation. The question really is, can we roll yet?
Can we?